Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're talking about a really significant Windows 11 update, the release preview build 26200.7296, also known as KB5070311 for version 25H2. This isn't just a small patch. Microsoft is rolling out a bunch of polish, bug fixes, and feature refinements that make Windows feel more mature, stable, and smarter. I want to walk you through everything that's new, everything that's improved, and what it means depending on your hardware. I'll also explain things that are still rolling out gradually and how you can test them. First, something that many people will immediately notice is the dark mode improvement in File Explorer. Microsoft has cleaned up the way copy, move, and delete dialogs look. In previous versions, even when dark mode was on, dialogs used to pop up with bright white backgrounds, which feels inconsistent and kind of jarring. With this update, those dialogs, progress bars, charts, confirmation boxes for skip or override are redesigned to really respect dark mode. That makes working at night or in low light much more comfortable and gives a more polished feel across Explorer. There's also support now for external fingerprint readers. If you use a USB fingerprint sensor or a third-party device, Windows Hello Enhanced Sign-In Security can now recognize and use it. That's a big deal for people who don't have built-in biometric hardware and still want to use fingerprint-based secure sign-in. In Settings, Microsoft added a device card on the homepage, at least for some users. This card shows key information about your PC, things like CPU, RAM, storage, right when you open Settings. It's a small but helpful change because instead of digging deep into About, you can see your device stats at a glance. They also introduced a new Mobile Devices page under Bluetooth and Devices. This gives you a central place to manage your phone on your PC. You can add your mobile, connect it, use its camera, and more easily share files. This reflects Microsoft's push to make mobile-to-PC workflows smoother. The taskbar is more polished too. When you hover over grouped app icons, the preview animation is smoother. The transitions feel more fluid than before. Also, a bug that made automatically hide the taskbar switch off by itself has been fixed, so the taskbar behaves more reliably. On top of that, voice access is now more consistent when interacting with taskbar items. You can call out numbers to open apps or access items more reliably. There are also improvements to quick machine recovery. On devices where QMR is enabled, instead of repeatedly scanning for solutions when something goes wrong, the system now does a one-time scan, then shows you the best recovery options. That means faster, more useful recovery, and less waiting when there's no immediate fix. Widgets also get a refresh. The widget board's behavior is more predictable. If live weather is enabled, opening the widget board now always opens your default dashboard, rather than whichever you last used. There are also alert badges on the dashboard icons, showing how many unread or unseen notifications you have. If you use a pen device that supports haptics, this update brings real improvements. Now when you hover over certain UI elements, like the close button or snap or resize areas, you'll feel a vibration or tactile feedback. It makes the pen feel more alive with the system. For people using Copilot PCs, machines with NPUs, or special AI-capable hardware, there are some very cool AI-driven features. Windows Studio Effects, the AI camera effects, now support alternate or external cameras, like a USB webcam or a rear-facing camera on a convertible device. You can apply background blur, eye contact correction, or framing effects via these connected cameras. Also on Copilot PCs, the click-to-do right-click menu is cleaner and smarter. When you right-click on big images or tables, the context menu now shows common actions like copy, save, share, or open more clearly, making your interactions faster and more intuitive. Inside the Settings app, there's a smart agent experience. When you search for a setting, there are more results with a scroll bar so you can see more options. The agent suggests recent or recommended settings in line, and if a setting can't be changed, a dialog explains why and offers alternatives. File Explorer on Copilot PCs also shows a new placeholder in the search box that hints at enhanced Windows search, suggesting deeper AI integration for search in the future. Desktop Spotlight backgrounds have more interaction. Right-click on the wallpaper, and you'll see two new options: Learn more about this background and Next Desktop Background. That makes Spotlight feel more like a curated experience rather than just a changing wallpaper. Nearby Sharing's drag tray is more powerful now. You can share multiple files, the tray suggests apps or folders better, and there's a toggle in settings to turn it on or off. Keyboard backlighting is improved for HID-compliant keyboards. The backlight works better in low light and is more power efficient, so your keys are visible but you don't drain battery too much. There are a lot of bug fixes too. For example, Windows fixed a problem where smart card logins, specifically ECC smart cards, failed with a not supported error. There was also a memory leak on the lock screen, especially when the lock screen slideshow was enabled. That's now patched. Graphics and display also got love. When apps query the list of supported monitor modes, there used to be stutter. Now that's smoother. And on all-in-one PCs, the brightness slider bug, where the setting could revert unexpectedly, is fixed. On the security side, there is a really important fix. LSASS, which is the core service responsible for logins and authentication, could become unstable due to an access violation. That's now addressed, which should make logins more stable. In settings, virtual workspaces can be enabled more easily. This lets you turn on or off virtual environments like Hyper-V or Windows Sandbox right from settings. There are also visual tweaks. The OneDrive icon in Settings, Accounts, and Home Pages has been updated to a newer design. It's very important to understand how Microsoft is rolling this out. Not every new feature is available immediately for everyone. Many of them are on a gradual, controlled feature rollout path. That means things like studio effects, drag tray toggles, or the device card might not be available on all machines right away, depending on hardware, account type, and region. What does all this mean for you, the average user? Well, if you just use Windows for everyday stuff, work, study, entertainment, you'll probably notice the dark mode is nicer, the UI feels smoother, and sharing files, especially from phone, is a little more convenient. If you have a pen device or a fingerprint reader, those improvements make your hardware feel more integrated. If you have a Copilot PC, then the AI camera effects and smarter context menus might be some of the biggest wins. And overall, this update is about making Windows more stable, more polished, and more ready for future features. Finally, when installing this update, make sure to back up your important files, check for updated hardware drivers, and after the update, go through key places. Open File Explorer and test copying a file. Check the taskbar animation. Open Settings and explore the Mobile Devices page. Try the Spotlight wallpaper menu, and if you have a compatible webcam, test Studio Effects. In short, build 26200.7296.25H2 is not a flashy new version, but it's a very meaningful update. It's all about refinement, deeper hardware support, better AI experience for Copilot Plus machines, reliability, and polish. For many users, this update will make everyday Windows 11 feel smoother, more stable, and more modern. And that's exactly what makes it big. Thanks for listening, and if you try this update, I'd love to hear which features surprised you the most or felt the most useful.